To our coronavirus coverage, and let's take a look at the COVID numbers across the state right now. And this is from the past month. You can see the number of daily cases are decreasing. 30,000 new cases were reported on Wednesday, and this graph shows the test positivity rate over the past month. It's now at 8.3%. 30 days ago, we were at 22%, so a big decline. And this data shows hospitalizations in California over the past month. 9,200 people are in the hospital with COVID statewide. That is 400 fewer patients than Wednesday. Protesters fighting COVID-19 mandates have been blocking a key entry point on the U.S.-Canada border. Now they have been ordered to leave. A Canadian judge approved the order just yesterday. After the judge's order, police warned anyone that blocking streets could lead to their arrest. Protesters say the order disrupts their right to peacefully protest. Bridge traffic has been blocked or severely restricted for days. California is set to let its indoor mask mandate expire on Wednesday. Santa Clara County and Los Angeles County will keep the mandate in place for now. Santa Clara County health leaders say they hope to lift their rules in the next few weeks. But in Los Angeles County, health leaders say the indoor mask mandate will stay in place through at least March. Health leaders say they're looking at the number of new cases per 100,000 people. And right now, that's 91 per 100,000 people. The mandate will be lifted when the county has 2 straight weeks of 50 new cases per 100,000 people. More states are getting rid of their mask mandates, and governors seem confident the move is safe. However, the CDC is recommending that we continue to wear masks. Alexandra Field breaks it all down.
In a country that's been so deeply divided over how to handle COVID and mask mandates, most states are now on the same page 2 years later.
We can safely make this shift, which will also put us in line with other New England states.
Rhode Island and Delaware, the latest Democratic-led states to join the growing list of states doing away with mask mandates, leaving just 6 states with mask mandates in place, plus Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C.
We're the second most vaccinated state in the country. Right now, we're the third most boosted in the state in the country.
Governors in growing numbers turning to their own metrics for how and when to move forward in the absence of updated federal guidance. While cases fall precipitously nationwide, the CDC continues to encourage the use of masks, citing high or substantial COVID transmission in 99% of the nation's counties. Deaths remain disturbingly high, on average more than 2,500 Americans losing their lives daily. And the pace of Americans taking extra steps to protect themselves by getting booster shots has slowed. It's now at its lowest point since the end of September. A sign, perhaps, that the precautions people do or don't take will increasingly be based on personal tolerance for the risk of getting COVID.
The thing that we are doing right now is we're yo-yoing, right? We're going from having lots of mask mandates to opening up completely, potentially. It's things like vaccinations and things like testing that are going to keep us from having to keep yo-yoing back and forth.
Still, tensions remain. A man at a hot dog shop in Chicago, seen in this video, throwing snow, then smashing glass after an employee asked him to wear a mask.
That was Alexandra Field reporting. Now to the nation's capital. KCRA 3's Christopher Salas is live in our Washington bureau right now with the very latest on coronavirus headlines. And Christopher, the CDC released new data on Friday about COVID-19 boosters. What's the very latest?
Leticia, good morning. The agency says that booster protection for severe COVID illness falters after about 4 months. And they say with this new information, the agency is saying that some Americans, like those at high risk of severe illness or death, may need a second booster, which would also be a 4th mRNA shot. So here's what the data showed. Against the Omicron variant, prevention of hospitalization dropped to about 54% after 5 months. And then when it comes to the Delta variant, it dropped to about 76%. The agency stresses that protection increases after you get those booster shots.
And Christopher, the FDA is delaying consideration of Pfizer's vaccine for children under the age of 5 years old. This comes after the agency urged Pfizer to apply. So why the delay?
Yeah, so the clinical trials are still ongoing, but basically the FDA says it needs more time to review Pfizer's data when it comes to its COVID-19 shot for children 5 years old and younger. Pfizer says preliminary reports show 2 doses work well when it comes to babies as young as 6 months old, but not so much for the 2 to 4-year-old children. And really what they're questioning right now is if those older children need a 3rd shot to improve their protection. The FDA says it wants to wait for that data to come out before they officially make a decision in authorizing the vaccine. Pfizer says that information could come out as early as April.
And Christopher, the FDA did move forward with authorizing a new treatment for COVID-19. Can you tell us more about this drug?
Yeah, so the FDA issued emergency use authorization for Eli Lilly's monoclonal antibody treatment. And this is pretty significant because the previous 2 leading antibody treatments were not effective against Omicron. This one obviously is. The government has already purchased 600,000 courses of the treatment. It costs $720 million. The Biden administration says it will make this treatment available to states immediately, free of charge. And Eli Lilly says they'll be able to start shipping out this treatment as soon as this weekend. Leticia.
Very interesting. Christopher, thank you for your report this morning. We'll talk to you soon.